Our walk today starts at the once busy pilchard fishing port of Porthallow. We proceed north along the coast to Nare Head, which juts out into Falmouth Bay, protecting the Helford River and Gillan Creek from southerly storms. The headland offers panoramic views over Falmouth Bay. On a clear day we can see as far as Nare Point. The walk now turns west along the coast until we enter the stunningly beautiful Gillan Creek and the cool shady headland with views across the water to the church of St Anthony in Menage. From Gillan we turn inland up a wooded valley, stretch a country lane that allows us to descend into wooded glen and follow a stream that winds back to the beach at Porthallow.
Dith da, as they say in my part of the world, and welcome to Porthallow. This was an old mackerel fishing village. It's on the east coast, to the sheltered side of the Lizard Peninsula. Now the Lizard's got an interesting geological history. The area to the south of us was uplifted from the sea and it pushed the land to the north of us into gentle waves, and that's the area we're walking in today. So geologically it's a distinctive boundary. So let's have a look around Porthallow before we start our walk.
Porthallow was once a thriving pilchard fishing village. The interior of the Five Pilchards public house bears close testament to the heydays of the village. You can see the pilchard cellars and net lofts clustered by the inn, a witness to changing times. A notice proclaims that this is the halfway point of the southwest coast path. The poem on one side tells the history of Prala, the local name for Porthallow, and of the hewer on the cliff shouting, "Heaver, heaver," to forewarn the fishermen to put out their boats. Cottages are now holiday homes, and only a few boats put out for crab, lobster and for line fishing. We start our journey by climbing the steps to the right of the cottages onto the cliff path. Looking back you can see the quarry on the headland, mined for roadstone. The 40,000 cubic metres of quarry waste turned the once sandy beach to the grey pebbles you see today.
This looks like the first stile on our walk. Got these steps, and let's find out what's on the other side.
In spring and summer, this wildflower meadow is a riot of colour, with butterflies flitting from stem to stem, hunted by dragonflies.
And here we have the Coast Guard observation point on Nare Head, which was originally used for testing torpedoes. And there's the estuary of the Helford across the other side, heading towards St Morgan Church. You can just about see in the distance, quite away from the village itself. Nare Head was what was called a Q site during the war. It was equipped with trays of oil that could be set alight and cans of water above that could be splashed on it to represent bombs being dropped. There was a railway line, of course, just the other side, just out of sight from here, with lights on. Various doors that appeared to open, shedding lights. Very poor blitz control, but it was useful in that it protected Falmouth from some bombs. Bombs were dropped on the site at the end of the war, and in December 1941, during a raid, bombs were dropped in the water we can see, Helford, and into poor old Morland Smith, which suffered 5 houses damaged, but no casualties. The Coast Guard lookout station. There's Pendennis Castle, Falmouth Promenade. There's a boat coming out from Helford River. There's Morland Church. There's a yacht just passing the cave at the entrance to the Helford River, St Creek. That's Dennis Head, which had a Civil War battery on it. And there's the entrance to Gillan Creek. A pretty little cove. It's the Coast Guard hut on the tip of Nare Point. Sweeping right across the Dodman Point. St Anthony's Head. Inflatable coming into the cove. And a lovely old ash tree, suffering from dieback as so many are these days. And there across the mouth of the Helford you can clearly see Morland Church now, tucked in its old ring fort. And there's the cave.
We've now arrived at the hamlet of Gillan and the homes of the wealthy yachting set. The rocking promontory is called the Hera, which protects the beach below. We have wondrous views across Gillan Beach and up the Gillan Creek. At the beach, turn up the track by the blue doored boathouse through a lovely little wooded valley.
Six months ago, Storm Goretti swept down from the north, channeled down the National Trust Gardens at Glendurgan and Tree Bar, swept across the Helford and slammed into the southern shore of the Gillan Creek. This is evidence of some of the disaster that occurred during that storm. It's rather tricky underfoot here. But we'll have to negotiate our way under these trees.
The path exits onto concreted farm track through Trewarnevis Farm. Continue on up the hill. When you get to the lane, carry straight on, taking the next left turn down to Jaglossic Farm. Past the farm there is a marker post on the right into Porthallow Valley. Proceed down this charming valley with its bubbling stream to Porthallow. We've now arrived back to our start point and hopefully our cars. I hope you've enjoyed our little walk. If you found this video useful, then I would appreciate it if you could like, and if you want to see more videos like this, then please subscribe.